What's going on, super friends? It's SuperDude here again. Of course you know that I'm going to record this video. You know, because Combat Cast, sooner or later that week, out comes one of my videos. Now, I believe I did one of these on Triborg. I'm pretty positive I did. So I have to do one for Leatherface. Obviously, have to do one for Leatherface. I was more than impressed by this guy. I expected Leatherface. Me and my brother both watched it. We both expected Leatherface to be underwhelming at the most. And I was more than fairly surprised by the outcome of that. Now, he may speak up every once in a while. If I ask him a question, he may choose not to. That's up to him. But I'm going to give you my notes as best I can. Because I didn't write anything down, even though I should have. That's something I should have done. But I wanted to be focused in on the moment. However, I will do that for the next one. So, my thoughts for the Combat Cast featuring Leatherface, or essentially my thoughts on Leatherface. I guess I'll give my overall thoughts after I do the 3 variation specific thoughts. So, number 1 thing that I noticed: each variation has a different outfit, which I guess cuts the rumor of DLC characters getting outfits. That's a dream that we can let die for whatever reason. They don't like to give DLC characters outfits. We didn't get it in the last game. We're not going to get it in this one, and we probably won't get it in the next one. We didn't get it in Injustice. We're not going to get it in Injustice 2. So just automatically assume if it's a downloadable character, they're not getting a second costume. That's my assumption. It could change. They could swerve out of nowhere and oh look, they have another costume. Look, it could happen. It could happen in the patch. You never know when the DLC could drop. When the DLC drops, they could be like, boom, 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 boom. 8 DLC costumes, 1 for each character. Yeah. All right. But that's for a later video, I guess. Right now, I'm discussing Leatherface and all his variations, which 2 of the 3 variations, actually all 3 of them, were rather impressive. The variation, the killer stance, the killer variation is all about his chainsaw stance. That is a very combo. I would say that's a combo heavy variation. Yeah, that's my consultant over there, my MK consultant spelled with a K. Yeah, if you guys are the combo, the stringing together, this pops up off of that, and this leads into this, and this pops up into that, and that does this. Killer is the one you're gonna want to go with, and it's a traditional, just a sort of a butcher's outfit. Even though there's another variant called Butcher, it's still the whole thing. Now, what's cool about Leatherface is all 3 variants use the chainsaw in some way, shape, or form. And that makes sense. Jason can get away with it without a machete. Jason can get away. It doesn't make as much sense for him not to have a machete, but it makes more sense that my consultant leaves. It makes more sense that Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface doesn't go chainsawless. However, Butcher and I can't believe Pretty Lady is the other one, which is just wow. That one's incredible. He's got the overheads. He's got his grab is like just a chainsaw in and slash your throat. It's a cool throw. It's he's got a cool spinning overhead. The one move where he just charges across the field, like charges across the stage, that's unblockable. You can't block it. I mean, you can freeze off of it and you maybe teleport behind it, but that's about it. It's unblockable. So if it hits you, it hits you. You're down. I'm not going to go into details about all the combos and all the special moves and things he has unless I saw one that I like. But I'll go to Pretty Lady next, and I'll talk about my favorite one last. Pretty Lady has specific variants. Pretty Lady is his projectile variation. I'm assuming, if I'm right, that all his projectiles are variation-less specific. That he doesn't have them in any of his other variations, and that this variation is the only one that can do the chains. And this one has a chainsaw forward throw, a chainsaw down throw, a spinning one, a one in the air, a chainsaw down in the air, and a chainsaw forward in the air. And hold on, what is so exciting?
They're making a new Powerpuff Girls anime series.
This just in, middle of the Combat Cast news, they're making a new Powerpuff Girl animated series, for those of you who like that. Anyway, now on to my... Oh, and the Pretty Lady one is the one that looked like it was going to be the DLC costume, where it has... He's rubbing his butt over there. You see, there he goes. Stop it. It's going to be the one that I enjoy the most. It's because, number one, it looks the coolest, and it does the single most trolly thing in the world that we're calling the... What are they calling it? The bop? The butcher one, what do they call it? The bop?
Bop pop. I don't know, dude.
The bop up. The bop on the head. He takes a butcher's mallet, if you've ever seen the big rubber butcher's mallets, and just bing! Right on top of your head. Bing! The bop it. Bop it, twist it, shake it, pull it. It's, look. This one is like a darker, grittier Leatherface costume. I like it. It is indeed pretty dope, thank you. It's Nightmare over there. Thank you. And I call him that because this kid's a nightmare with a sniper. He's a nightmare with any weapon you really give him on Call of Duty or Modern Warfare. Any game, any shooting game, he's gonna be a beast with.
Got a date, dude.
Huh?
Black Ops 3, not Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I know. I'm out of date. Black Ops 3. Excuse me. He corrected me. This goes to show you. I talk mostly about wrestling and Mortal Kombat because that's what I know. But those are the three variations. He gets like a real that bat the bang on top. It's just the most trolly thing to do to somebody. It's the greatest because it stuns them. So it's like, ow, why? Like they don't do that, but they might as well be because it's just really, dude. It's really. If you haven't seen it, you have to go see it. He doesn't talk, obviously. He kind of like they were making fun of that the entire Combat Cast. They announced also in the Combat Cast, random thought that just popped into my head, that we are going to be getting some fan service DLC skins. I'm not sure what that means. We'll have to wait and see. I'll give you information as it comes to me. But Leatherface surprised me. Am I more excited for him than I am Triborg? No. Quadborg now, I guess. No, I'm definitely more excited to use him than I was because he looks sick nasty. He's my type of character, a basic beatdown brawler type of character. Boom, 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 boom in your face all day long with that chainsaw. For variation, I'm probably going to be using the most. I'm going to say Butcher, simply because of the trolley. Bing! Bop. Bop up. I guess that's what they're calling it. The bop up, pop up. It's really interesting. This character is fantastic. I wish I had the footage stuff to show you. Like, some of you asked me that, like, why don't you show the footage of the characters? Because don't got that kind of technology. I don't have that kind of camera. I don't have that kind of upload system. I don't have that kind of anything. So you have to deal with what we have, which is this right here. The awful camera. I'm going to try to get a different camera and start uploading somewhere else. Yes, I'm in the middle of cleaning my room, as you can see right over there. But I had to record this because it was just a great combat cast all around. Shout out to Derek Kurtzik and Tyler Lansdowne and 16-Bit, going by a different name that I didn't completely catch. But they all did a fantastic job. Shout out to Jen. Jen, you got you lady, you number one. First lady ain't who the president's married to, is you. The first lady of MK. Yeah, that's a new nickname. Hashtag Jen First Lady. Hashtag Chainsaw Party. I tried to get that trending. So if you guys are on Twitter and you tweet that for me, hashtag Chainsaw Party. That's I'm like, if I get that trending at all, or if I get like 1 or 2 tweets about that, hashtag Chainsaw Party. That's what we need. But really, that was it. They didn't show a whole lot in terms of costume. They didn't show a whole lot in terms of sneaky features. They didn't show a whole lot in terms of... They showed the pit fatality, but we've seen that. We haven't seen it done in a combat cast, but we've seen it. It's still... I'm not underwhelmed by it. It's still great. It's still fantastic. But they didn't show any like sneak peeks of this or that, like they did the Predator one, where the Predator shows up on screen. They didn't do any of that, but I'm not complaining. I'm just saying they didn't do it, so don't look for it. Some people are saying that Sub-Zero had a different costume. I'll have to go back and look for that. But yeah, that'll be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching this, and I'll be back to you guys with more news as it comes to me. If anybody has any update on the Golden Scorpion skin getting sold, or if I'm up the creek without a paddle on getting that, I just need to know one way or the other. It would ease me. So, thank you guys for coming to this. I try not to make these videos too long, but sometimes they go long. Thank you guys for watching. I know I say that a lot, but I really appreciate you watching. It gives me a reason to not just be behind a camera talking to myself like a madman. You guys actually watch it and want to watch it, which is great. But until next time, you guys have been super friends. I've been SuperDude, and up and away.